JD Plastic Dreams, the remixes. To say this is a bass-intensive track is an understatement. 1960s Packard Bell, street find, black and white television, record player, AM/FM radio, resurrection. Part 2 will fix the radio if it doesn't easily work. My friend Chris spotted this and we went back at night to get it, and we did a live stream. Some of you that have been following me for a while will remember this beauty. It was right on the side of the road up in kind of, well, below Hollywood, below West Hollywood. La Cienega and maybe Fairfax, somewhere in there, up in the big part of the city. And it's been sitting around here for, I don't know, probably maybe close to a year and a half, 2 years, and I just haven't done anything with it. Of course, Packard Bell. Does that say stereophonic? But it only has one speaker, right? It's in absolutely beautiful condition. The cabinet, it's very, very unlikely that you find stuff that's in this good a condition from this age. So it's got one speaker, so where are they getting stereophonic from? This is a resurrection. This is just to try and make this work, and this is going to need a lot of resurrecting. So we have a lot to sort out here, but I'm really curious about this stereophonic. I only see one audio output transformer. Okay, we have a chassis here, Pt2. Oh, that's okay. It's a split chassis, so a little bit on the crusty tip there. Yeah, this is going to take quite a bit to sort this out. Got wonder what this went to. That looks like a piece of lamp cord that somebody soldered on there. They have an external speaker tied onto this at one time. I'm going to start with a little cleanup, get all these webs and leaves out of it, and I'll try and familiarize. This broke off what was in my possession, and if I have any polyurethane Gorilla Glue, I'll glue it back on. I always love it when there's bird turds on my phonograph reject control. This was sitting outside for a long time and not here. I had it covered up. Alright, I'm going to get cleaning up. I get the shop vac out and I'm going to clean all this crap out of it. This thing has this is going to almost be more challenging than a desert barn find because it's so botched up by the city folk. I don't think AM is going to work right now. This looks like a piece of twin lead that someone connected for an external FM antenna. So let's, when it has this nice built-in dipole that's tuned for the FM band, you can see they got it terminated right here. These antennas work good. If the receiver's working right, these dipoles that come with the terminated ends, these are tuned for the FM band. They're cut for the FM band and they work really, really well. So I don't know why someone put an external on it unless there's something wrong with this. So the first step with resurrecting something like this is, well, first would be, clean it to where you're comfortable with it. Number two would be familiarize yourself with it. This is not your typical black and white TV combo unit. This is the way this is laid out. Packard Bell did things a tad different, but they really held up well over time. So this is your deflection power supply module. So you got your power transformer here. I'm assuming all this, by the way. Pretty sure I downloaded the schematic a year ago when I found this. I got to find that. Power transformer, rectifier, horizontal output, damper. The one that's missing here is the vertical output. I believe this is probably the choke, the power supply filter choke. Flyback transformer for the high voltage. This, of course, drives your CRT right here. And we need to test the CRT. So the yellow wire is the video coming out of probably here. This chassis here, maybe that's audio output. These are your audio output tubes. We have a filter there. This is probably your, I don't know, where the hell where is the IF? Okay, here's the tuner. This up here is the AM/FM tuner. I'm not worried about that. That's simple. Where are the IF cans in this thing? I don't even see like a defined IF strip. So anyway, I'm going to spend a few minutes familiarizing myself with it. I'll be right back. I do have the schematic here, and this is 1960. And that's what it looked like before it was gangstified. So let's have a look here. So we have TV, Phono, FM, AM. I'm going to go to FM. And let's see, does the dial string work? Balance. Why do we have balance when we only have one speaker? Something's broken there, isn't it? Yeah, we might have problems with this. Tuning works. Treble. Push AFC, but why does this just... That's not the right knob. Okay, why does that say balance on it and this says... I'm gonna have issues here. This looks like this is gonna be a fairly long resurrection, so be prepared for 2 or 3 pretty long videos. Okay, everything is supplied off of this power supply. I put it on FM. I unplugged just for the sanity of it, the cap off the horizontal output tube. I have a 200 watt light bulb here in series with my AC lines, so here goes. Let's see, try and get both of these things in frame at once. I don't expect any smoke. In fact, it doesn't look like I expect anything at all, does it? Let's see. Oh yeah, where's the power button? I think the power is on the front, so let me unplug that. Go around here. Power. Okay. I don't know if that's the radio power or the TV power or how this works. Nothing. Okay, me get clip lead and me short power switch. Is everyone dizzy yet from the shaky video? And that does nothing. Okay, so next step, let's do this. That validates that our clip leads are good. Let's do this. Short this. That validates that everything is good. We got power coming all the way up here. Where is the power switch? Where are the big girls at? So the power comes in. We have a circuit breaker there, which I don't see the circuit breaker here. I wonder if it's been busted off. I wonder if it was that right there, that little open hole. Actually, no, it was right here. You can see the 2 tabs that hold it in. Okay, but besides that, we have that receptacle, which is that receptacle there, which is for the turntable motor. So if this is all working, even if the circuit breaker was blown, we should still have power. That's the power switch. So we should still have power to the turntable motor if it is a problem with the transformer or the circuit breaker. Oh. Oh man, do we have a needle on this? If you'd call it that. Okay, so it looks like the chassis needs to come out. I'm sure the circuit breaker is just trashed. I mean, this, look at this control here, it's just trashed. Like the thing was dropped on its back. Since we're rolling out on the safety tip here. Turn the radio off here. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Wow, this is not light. Well, this is not something I wanted to see. All of these blue capacitors are paper. I thought, well, maybe it was about 65, 66 Packard Bell went to using yeah, that's a horizontal hold control that's all malleolated on the tip. Here's the circuit breaker. Yeah, I thought they had gone to using all red drops. I mean, I don't know the condition of these, but I'm gonna imagine that they're probably all leaky, these blue ones. I mean, we could probably get this to work. But for such a beautiful cabinet, you know, such a fine specimen. Okay, I'm gonna bypass this, get our light bulb up here in view. Welcome to the Radio Repair Resurrection Amateur Hour. Oh yeah, there we go. So the circuit breaker's bad. It's getting dimmer. I'm going to turn this off, because this is just additional current draw through the light bulb. Ooh. Geez, that's TV. We don't want to do that. Okay, that's Phono. That's YB. Oh yeah. Why be able to listen to my albums today? Okay, so the Phono, nothing on AM or FM. It almost looks like a plastic styli on the 78. Let's get the phone. A little slow, but I'm running it on a light bulb too, so the thing I want to do is if this thing has a leaky ass capacitors, it'll destroy these 6v6, this lovely push-pull 6v6. That one's just warm. That one's warmer. So I got a couple 78s here. Let's see what we got. Strip Polka on Columbia. This will probably get... Do I want to ruin this? It's cavitating from the lack of grease. Okay, what's bent? Did someone bend something here? Is that what this is about? The angle of this thing just does not... You know, a solution to that would be just to lift up the record a little bit. I lifted up the record about 6 millimeters.
Oh, take it off, man! There's a bird recreation where the gang loves to go to see
blaring loud.
Of the evening kids went out and the band plays the polka while he sings. Take it off, like the boys from movies. Take it off, sing it all that you can hear. But she's always a lady, even in pants. So she stops and always just in time. In the chips,
So freaking loud.
Take it off, all the customer shouts. Charlie Frost, while the band beats it out. But she's always a lady, even in pants, oh my. So she stops and always just...
I'm curious to see what it does when it gets to the end, just for the cheese factor of it.
Take it off, like that boy from the river. But she stopped. The cowboy.
See what happens here. Nothing happens. Okay, well, the phonograph is the first thing to work. That's kind of different, but especially for me, I'd like to see everything work. AM, FM, phonograph, TV. It's just the challenge of it, you know. It's entertaining, it's educational, and it's challenging. That's why I do it. Make sure all of these are warm, for one thing. I would think AM would get KNX without the antenna. This is questionable right here. This tube is cold. It's not even getting warm. Okay, I've been fussing with this for the better part of 15 minutes now, and I think we definitely have dirty tube sockets because this is getting warm now. So we're gonna need to diagnose this. I mean, no doubt. Ooh.
Thinking about what the bureaucrats in D.C. are up to on these items, our concerns are more immediate. I think the most entertaining thing, frankly.
So is this working?
Please begin the line of fire. Your donation. I guess I'm there. Plus, you can check it out on dailywire.com. You can watch the entire show ad-free. Y o algo así. No va a poder decir eso. El evangelio.
Okay, it looks like the AM antenna is the problem with the AM. I'm going to get the chassis out. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where this connects, and I'm looking at the schematic. So one side connects to the tuning capacitor, the other side looks like it connects to the AVC line. So let's see. I need to figure this out. Look at this botch job. I can't believe this would be factory. This sloppy mess. I can't believe that would be factory. That other side of the antenna connects right here, and it must come through this hole. And there's a bunch of like red wire hair here. I don't know what that's about. These are these IF transformers that can have silver mica disease. Let's hope that's not it. Okay, this confirms it. Here's the red wires, but the problem is this piece of tubing has become petrified from age and I can't bend it. Okay, I just cut the wire off and replaced it with a piece of new wire and have it run up under here and just tacked on there. Maybe I'll spray the pots on this, or maybe I won't.
And in private high school, so he was at the 67. 2 lanes are closed there due to bridge work, so a traffic hit.
One hit. 514-48. NMLS ID 11712. Visit NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the Finance Lender Law. Number 603-D787. An equal opportunity lender. Loan amounts $500,000 and greater. Rates subject to change. Need credit approval. Call 800-500-1448 for additional cost information.
Southland weather from KFI. Clouds will burn off this afternoon and it'll be sunny the rest of the day. Tonight will mostly be clear. Highs in the 60s at the beaches in Orange County. Low 70s Metro LA and the Inland Empire and valleys. We lead local live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Andrew Caravella.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet.
Oh no, not at all.
The gym. Avoiding stress. But a good night.
Poor sensitivity, it sounds like.
$6260. 800-493-6260. That's 800-493-6260. Or visit rateplus.com.
Rate Plus is an equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. Rate subject to change. Rate Plus Incorporated is licensed under the California Financing Law by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. License number 60 DBO 35845. NMLS number 1230929.
How can you reopen your business, ministry, or school while abiding by stringent CDC and OSHA disinfecting and safety practices that are beyond your resources? Log on to thesafecompanies.com to see how Safe Companies can maintain healthy and clean public environments affordably. Safe Companies' Defendable program provides cleaning, safety, and compliance services, a higher level of cleanliness, and the evidence to back it up. Log on to thesafecompanies.com. Then call 833-472-3548. 833-472-3548.
Mark Levin says, let's keep it local.
So crime is going through the roof. We have horrific levels of murder in our inner cities in particular. And they're still talking about police overhaul bill and bipartisan agreement. Well, I'm going to tell you where I stand. This isn't to be provocative. It's not to be a standalone or anything. I don't want any of this.
Local police departments, under state authority, can do the job and have been doing the job extraordinarily well.
Mark, look then. Weekdays at 3. And take Mark everywhere with the AM 870 The Answer app. Breaking news and talk you can trust.
So, let's see, I'm lowering the capacitance. By unscrewing this, I'm lowering the capacitance. So what I want to do... crap, I think I'm going the wrong way.
AM 870, The Answer.
Are you listening?
Whether you have pain in your back or joints, surgery may not be the answer. Instead of the dangers involved in cutting out
I think
tissue,
I want to go the other way here.
rejuvenating the area with stem cells.
Back in 1998 is when we first planted.
Athletes are now available for you. Watch the videos at jointrehab.com or call the Darrow Wellness Institute at 800-300-9300. 800-300-9300. That's 800-300-9300.
I'm free job at Seth Parker Winery. And
what you want to do is you want to
didn't think that I would
move it so that you want to move the oscillator. I'm just going for maximum performance.
Really just enjoyed it, just the daily functions of working in the winery. So
still need to go some more.
A few years of that, I started making my own wine. At Seth Parker, they were very grateful for them that we make wine there. But that's kind of how we started, and so we sell most of the fruit to other winemakers, but we do keep a little bit for ourselves for our own label.
And Mark speaking. 833-645-4500, our number. 2 open lines right now, so give us a call.
Let me work on getting this dialed in. Okay, I got it peaked up pretty good, even for the antenna. Sure, the IF alignment's way off, but it's the old LA oldies. Wonder what it would take to mount that speaker back up there.
To maximize your dollars.
There are a lot of choices in cars, trucks, and SUVs. For you at CarPro USA, 1-800-926-7777.
Big trouble in Boyle Heights, 5 South before 4th Street. It's a car and a big rig tangled up in the fast lane there. Broadway. On the 10 East before the 5, little relief here. A couple of disabled cars now out of the way. Still slow from about San Pedro Street. In Hollywood, the 101 South extra heavy this morning from before Hollywood.
Okay, so we know as far as the FM working.
Manchester. In West LA, the 10 East connector with the 405 Northeast.
We know that these 5 are being used for AM, so they're working, which means they probably will work on FM.
The 405 North and South are closed for Caltrans work.
FM is just dead quiet. I mean, it's silent.
Payments, medical bit zeros.
I would recommend up to $3,000 on a new 2021 Kona EV. And if you haven't already heard, the demand for used cars has never been higher. So we'll get you top dollar.
Chevrolet, located on South Highland in Fontana. Take the 210 freeway.
Okay, that's the FMRFM.
At carprousa.com or at their website, Rotolo.
And this should be the FM converter.
Here's Tammy Weaver, the general manager at Volkswagen Santa Monica.
Hey Jerry, thanks so much for having me on again. I can't believe it's the end of April and the...
Yeah, so these are the FM tubes. Where did my Motec on Money show go with Frank Motec on KNX? Where did Frank Motec go?
Called a hate crime. The diners were allegedly targeted by a pro-Palestinian.
Seriously, like.
Taking part in a large protest in support
anyway,
of Palestinian rights earlier this evening.
I'm gonna go dig out a 12 AT7. If that doesn't fix it, and we need to go into deeper diagnosis on this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the CRT out, this lovely gangster flavored CRT, and I'm going to put this whole damn thing up on my workbench. I think I can lift this with the CRT out of it, because this setup here is being hunched over this damn thing like this is a freaking back killer. You know, been over for hours. So I'm going to go dig up a 12AT7 and let's see if that gets the FM to work. The idea here is to get everything to work on this. I mean, even though it's trash, we want to resurrect it and just see it work. So 12AT7.
Phil Mickelson, the first player in his 50s to lead the PGA Championship.
Okay. Ooh. Wait. That all was a tube socket? Here's a $12AT7 I went and dug up. Mullard, made in Great Britain. ECC 81. Looks like it's just a tube socket. A motorcycle. Try the Mullard.
Today for a free phone consultation at 833-AVOID-CORN. That's podcast of P7.
An iHeart radio station.
Available everywhere.
Search promote. Go to CalHopeConcerts.com for more info.
Good sensitivity, but not loud, which might be IF.
Not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper pet kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, because shed happens.
The Wendy's restaurant in your area has issued a major bag alert.
Let's see something.
The bacon double stack is back in the biggie bag with fries, nugs, and a drink, all for just $5. The following are to be expected: joy, disbelief, inability to think about anything.
Okay, I need to just clean the tube socket. Yeah, you know, a lot of times on these, it's just about, you know, just kind of working with it and getting things cleaned up, and the pins are a little corroded on this too. But we have a major bag alert, so let's see. Let's kind of work this in. Damn IF cans. I think these are AM, these are FM. Talk about the wrong way to do something. Oh crap.
Isn't it ironic?
You know what? It's actually working pretty good. I should I wonder if I bypass this, what'll happen. Okay, you know what? This damn thing. This piece of twin lead is not an antenna. It's just like a piece of coax. So I think we're good here. So all that was wrong with this was the AM antenna and a really dirty tube socket. And I think this was a dirty tube socket too. So I'm going to put this back in. Kind of an afterthought. While I'm in here, I sprayed all of these pots. I'm going to just bypass this circuit breaker. I don't like working on this thing. It's not ergonomically happy. Okay, let me turn this damn thing down and I'll tell you what I've done here. Okay, you don't want to cooperate? I'll shut you up totally. I bypassed the circuit breaker. I just cut one lead of it off and soldered them together so the circuit breaker is out of the circuit. I sprayed all these controls while I got this chassis lifted up. I got rid of this piece of twin lead and I connected the FM dipole that was with the set. Of course, we fixed the AM antenna. I connected the tweeters and got the speaker sitting back in there even though the cone is rattling around. And now what I've done is I've lifted, I don't even know why I'm doing this, I've lifted the platter off and I'm going to lubricate the little bearing here. This is so dry and rusty, as you can see. I'll lubricate it with this military graphite grease ordnance discharge, grade 3. You know what would be a great prank? To put a whole bunch of lithium batteries in this and take it back and put it where we found it, playing, just looking just like this. I finally found a knob that I can kind of use for the volume control. I need to print this schematic out for the next video. Anyway, here's our speaker setup. What I want to do is I want to check pin 5 of the 6V6s and make sure this 0.047 is not leaking. Yeah, this is a pretty powerful audio output for a TV. Okay, let me put this.
Certainly when we look in the mirror, when we see, well, let's say we're twin brothers.
Putting it on the Christian station because that won't be copyright. Everything else is music. So we're going to use this, and we want pin 5, which is right there.
Losing HA and aging are equivalent to the same thing. How do you get it back? How do you get this?
So let's see.
There certainly is one. Ponce de Leon was right. The fountain of youth, your body is 72%.
I definitely would not be this careless without these gloves because you'll feel 260 volts in these gloves, although they're not electrically rated. They will keep that kind of voltage out. Let's see.
Okay, Bill Sardi, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Let me give out that special one last time before we go.
Got 260 volts there. So pin 5 is right here. They got 0 right there. That's good. That means no leaky capacitor. Could try putting this in. If those capacitors are leaky, they will destroy the vacuum bulb.
Of their HA joint formula for today's show. Call now and claim a $5 trial bomb.
0 volts. That's good. Let's do the other one. I definitely want to support my joints, especially when working on this thing. Wow, that one's hot as hell. Jeez. Oh, auto ship, absolutely. Sign me up for auto ship. That way when I'm dead, you can keep billing my credit card forever. Okay.
Claim your trial bottle now with free shipping. Because when they're gone, they're gone. So dial now
435.
Again, that's 1-800-500-8490. One last time. 1-800.
Okay, we get
8490. Call now. The proceeding is a paid advertisement by Purity Products.
nothing. Okay, so that's good. So we do not have leaky capacitors destroying the audio output bulbs.
Uplifting, hopeful. Southern California's 99.5 KKLA.
How can I grow in my understanding of God's love?
Dollars.
And most have served their purpose. They've passed.
Lead review team.
Retire.
Mont is really the heaviest, and then after that, it's just bad all the way around the north edge of downtown. Northbound 5 going through Burbank from the...
This is nice and lubed up. Grab another record. Woody Woodpecker Foxtrot on Columbia. Oh crap, I need those spacers. Some glaze samples.
Call 323-676-1885.
25% off, so.
Yeah, we got a little windstorm going on now with airplanes. I wonder if that's going to be on the copyright tip. I want to see if there's anything on the LP side.
Oh, that's the Woody Woodpecker. Get all day long, really back a few.
I'm going to get a 33. That actually sounds better than the 78 tip. JD Plastic Dreams, the remixes. To say this is a bass-intensive track is an understatement. This is probably more this thing's level of I don't even know what speed this thing is. Oh yeah.
was Christmas Day. Outside, the sun sparkled on the snow, and a group of carolers sang beneath our window.
Inside, my wife and I were eagerly opening our presents by the Christmas tree. I watched especially closely when Darling, that's what I call her, came to the big, fancy hat box. Naturally, she thought it was a hat. But when she lifted the lid...
Oh, Jim, dear, it's a puppy. And what a perfectly beautiful little lady.
And that's how Lady got her name.
I was going to glue this leg back on, but you know, the dowels are broken and I'm going to just try and get the screw in. Yeah, you know, who cares? It's garbage. So there's channel 6, television channel 6 analog.
Bienvenidos al informativo digital, la app en 3 minutos. Un espacio para conocer.
It's K-Jazz 88.1. I thought this had a tube chart. The DAG is coming off. Okay, here's our grounding strap for the DAG. Do we have a number here? Oh, we have a chassis. Okay, good. I think I'm just going to pull this off. That way I can lose it. So the chassis is a Pt2. Okay. This might be an issue. The copper scrappers were probably making their way to... I wonder what this goes to. Oh, that's the video. That's the composite. So this is the high voltage deflection. And I remember I ordered that tube from the place in Florida where the guy died, and wonder what happened to it. ESRC, I ordered this tube from ESRC. What a sad situation that is. I still wonder what happened to all that stock at ESRC. What a waste. Probably the largest warehouse full of new old stock vacuum tubes in the world, and just who knows what happened to it. I hope it went to, even if it had to go to China,